Hi, my name is Dory Demers and I'm the Rise Vermont coordinator. I'm pleased to introduce you to Rise TV, a new collaboration with Northwest Access Television. Every week we'll bring you a new show that segments something that has to do with embracing a healthy lifestyle. We're also pretty lucky to be working with the Vermont Department of Health and partnering with their Women, Infants, and Children's program. Some of these shows will be WIC certified activities. If they are, they'll show up at the bottom of your screen and they'll say a WIC certified activity. You'll need to listen carefully throughout the show because we will have a WIC certified code. One of our Rise Vermont staff members will say it nice and clear for you, and that will be what you'll have to report to your local district office. Again, thank you for watching Rise TV. If you have any questions or if you'd like to know more about Rise Vermont, just email us at info@risevt.com, or you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. You can also call us at 524-8825. Thanks so much and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Jessica Frost from Rise Vermont, and today we're going to do a yoga class that'll be about 15 minutes, and it's going to focus on your back. So if you're somebody who has a tight lower back or even a tight upper back from sitting at a computer all day, hopefully by the end of this you'll be feeling a little bit looser. So I have Stacy with me today, and she's going to help demonstrate some of the poses. So to start with, why don't we all lie on our backs? So we're going to lie all the way down. So lying on our backs, we'll just take a moment here to really relax. So we'll close our eyes and just start to tune into our breath. So we're inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our nose. Making sure that we're bringing that air all the way down the windpipe, into the lungs, into the diaphragm, and then reversing it. So let's start by bringing our right knee into our chest. So just hugging our right knee in, starting to loosen up along the lower back, the glutes, the hamstrings. And then we'll switch sides. So extend the right leg, bring the left knee in. And now we're going to flow side to side. So let's inhale, bring the right knee back in. Exhale, bring the left knee back in. So the extended leg, we're just going to keep going here. And the extended leg can either rest on the mat, or if you want to, you can lift it off the mat a couple inches, and that'll help to start to engage the core muscles a little bit more. We just always want to make sure to keep that lower back pressing into the mat. So let's do one more on each side. And then we're going to bend both knees and bring our feet flat to the floor with our knees pointing up, and our hands will be at our side with our palms facing down. So we're going to get ready for a bridge pose. So we press down through our feet, lifting our hips off the mat. So the weight is in our feet, mostly our heels, the back of our arms, our shoulders. And imagine that there's a ball in between your knees, so we're keeping those inner thighs engaged. And then we'll release down to the mat. So once again, moving with our breath. Let's inhale, lifting our hips up. Exhale, lowering our hips down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And as always in yoga, just moving at your own pace. There's never any pressure to keep up with me and my pace. Just doing what feels good for you today. Let's do two more. And then lowering our hips back down. Let's roll onto our sides. And we're going to come up to all fours. So right onto our hands and knees. And whenever we put our hands on the mat, Our fingers are spread wide. And then we're stacking our joints. So we have our wrist, our elbow, and our shoulder all right on top of each other. And we're gonna go through cat and cow. So we'll start with cat, where we pull our belly buttons in, making sure the back of our neck is really loose. We're tucking our tailbone. And then we can release down to cow, letting our bellies drop, lengthening the spine, looking forward. And then flowing between the two again. So knowing that if you need more time in cat, that's there for you to take. This is your time to give yourself whatever you need. So let's do 2 more. And then we'll come back to our flat backs, but we're going to shift our hips forward and down into a kneeling plank. So finding a nice strong plank here. We're going to move into chaturanga. So for chaturanga, our elbows are pointing back and they're staying close to the rib cage, and we're going to lower ourselves all the way down to the mat. So slowly coming all the way down to our bellies. And then without pressing with our hands at all, just using our back strength, we're going to come up to cobra. So just lifting our shoulders off the mat, thinking about pressing the tops of our feet down into the mat, pressing our pelvis into the mat, really feeling all those back muscles engaging. And then shifting back to a child's pose. So we push up, we let our hips move backward down towards our heels, our foreheads come to the mat. You can always open your knees as much as you need to in child's pose to make this comfortable. So now let's put that all together. We'll inhale forward, kneeling plank. Exhale, chaturanga, all the way down. Inhale up, cobra. Exhale back, child. Let's flow through that 2 more times. Inhaling forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up, cobra. Exhale back, child. 1 more time. Inhaling. Exhale as we lower. Inhale up. Exhale back. So now let's hold child's pose for a breath or 2. And just take a moment here to have some gratitude for whatever's happening in your day, in your life. Just taking a moment to be grateful. So slowly coming up, let's come into our first downward facing dog. So our fingers are spread. We are sticking our tailbones up towards the sky into that upside down V. It's more important here, I'm just going to show you, to have a really flat back than straight knees. So especially if you do have a tight lower back, just feeling free to keep the bend in the knees. That can be really helpful. Your WIC certified activity code is stretch every day. So from our downward dog, let's lift our right leg. We're going to bring the right foot through up to the hands. So we're coming into a lunge. So whenever we do lunge, just always being concerned about the knee placement above the ankle. We don't want to end up way up here. That can put a lot of strain on the knees. And then let's lift our arms up. So balancing in our lunge here. Feeling the stretch through the hip. And then bring our hands back down. Let's step our back foot into a forward fold. So in our forward fold, we're feeling a nice release through the back of the legs, up through the glutes, through the lower back. Making sure our jaw is not clenched, our neck is loose. And now we're going to step our right foot back. into our lunge. Inhaling as we come up. Imagine your legs scissoring together, and that will help keep your pelvis in good alignment here. And our chest is lifted, our necks are long. And then bring our hands back down, bringing that left leg through, lifting up, lowering it down, downward dog. And then from here, let's come to our knees. And we're gonna bring our legs around front. We're gonna hold on to one knee here and roll ourselves onto our backs. So let's bend our left knee, cross the right ankle over the top of the left knee, and then we're gonna grab behind the left knee and hug it in. So this is our supine pigeon. It's a really nice release through the hip. Many people have tight hips, so it can really help loosen that up, and any of the tightness that stays in our hips often results in a tight lower back as well. So switching sides, we'll bring our right foot down, cross the left ankle across the top of the right knee, and hug it in. And then releasing that foot down. Let's bring both feet to the mat. Let's bring our arms out to the side and kind of walk our feet out to the outer edge of the mat. We're going to let the knees fall over to the left side. And then inhaling up, let them fall over to the right side. Inhaling up, exhaling to the left. And let your head look in the opposite direction of your knees. And then one more time, coming up, looking to the left, knees falling to the right. Coming back up to center, let's stretch our legs all the way out. We're going to bring our arms to our side with our palms facing up. We're going to close our eyes and just enjoy a moment or two for Shavasana, our final relaxation. Just letting your whole body melt into the mat. I'd like you to feel free to stay here as long as you would like at home. But we will start to wiggle our fingers and toes. We'll roll onto our sides for a breath or two, just curling up in that fetal position, getting our bodies ready. And then eventually we'll make our way up to sitting. Let's finish with one deep breath up to the sky. Bring our hands down right in front of our heart. And namaste.